Hi, everyone. My name is Danit Havton, and I'm a career engagement educator at the UCLA Career Center. I'm the liaison to the School of Engineering, as well as the lead of our Tech for All initiative. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how you can leverage the Career Center for both yourself as well as your organization members during your entire career journey, whether it be internships, full-time jobs, grad school. We are here to help. So I want to share with you what our services are, how you can leverage them, and also how you can collaborate with us for your future programming and ways to connect you and your members to employers and opportunities. First, I'd like to go over our services, what the Career Center offers. I want to let you all know that during COVID, we were able to pivot all of our resources and all of our services online. So everything that was offered pre-pandemic and actually even some new things have been added to better serve you and your members. You can find all of these things both on our website at career.ucla.edu, as well as Handshake, which you can see the link for on this slide. So I want you all to know about specific ways that you can engage with the Career Center and leverage us to help you. So you can still access virtual career advising. As we come back to campus, these may look a little different. You may have the option of meeting with us in person as well as virtually. So we will keep you posted once all of those details are finalized. Our virtual drop-ins are still available weekly during the summer as well as during the school year. Anytime that the institution is open, so are we. So these drop-ins will be available Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And definitely, leverage those if you're having a difficult time finding appointments. You can definitely find our staff available during those times. You can find our events and workshops on Handshake too, including our upcoming career fairs, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. But look out for both workshops coming from us and from the School of Engineering, and for ones coming from employers. They still are hosting their info sessions. They still are looking to connect with you. We have heard from employers that during COVID, they do prefer to not be traveling at this moment, especially, as things keep changing. So Handshake is where you will find a lot of those employer info sessions, and you'll be able to connect with them and leverage that opportunity to market yourself, introduce yourself, and find out what opportunities are available and what they're looking for in candidates. Our on-campus recruiting is going to look a little different, but you can still find and access all of those interviews, applications, and career fairs, workshops, all of those things through Handshake. We also have articles and digital resources that you can leverage, to help you with advice during this time and how to, pursue COVID-related things, or how to have a conversation with an employer about negotiations or exploding offers. We've got you no matter what. So when it comes to your members, there are certain resources that I really want for you to help highlight to your students. These are great for yourself, but especially as we all know, fall recruiting is right around the corner. And so these are some very useful resources that your members can leverage, and that I encourage you to encourage them to leverage. So first and foremost, Handshake. Like I mentioned, this is where they will find their appointments, the career fair programs, both from the Career Center as well as from employers themselves. Help them make their own profile, create it. And with that, some tips that we have been hearing from employers is that they are adapting a lot of things to virtual. And so even their recruiting, their interviews, they're all going to be virtual. We have resources to help you prepare for a virtual interview. But the main thing that I want to show you here is this 80% on the right side of the screen, that employers use the job type, job role, and location preferences that are on your Handshake profile to help narrow down who they will reach out to and recruit. So definitely help yourself and your members know these details so that their profile is ready to go. Make sure that you have your most updated resume on your Handshake profile and make it public so that employers can see. Then they can reach out to you directly and you can start a conversation. Through Handshake, you can't necessarily reach out to them, but they can definitely reach out to you and view you. So help yourself and your members leverage Handshake in this way. Now within Handshake, there are also our resources. I find that a lot of students don't realize that we have these digital resources. And so please help yourself and your members know about, specifically, I think VMOC is really important at this time. We want to make sure that your resume is good to go for these career fairs when you're introducing yourself to recruiters. And so VMOC is a really great tool that you can leverage 24/7. It's like your own personal AI assistant. You can either upload your current resume and get feedback on it, detailed bullet by bullet feedback, or you can even create a new resume within it. I personally was on the testing committee to make sure that engineering students were represented. And so you can definitely leverage that and then come back to a human and we can give you some additional feedback if you'd like. I know that many of your members, as well as maybe yourself, may be concerned about the lack of opportunities that you've had during COVID. Maybe your internships were canceled or opportunities that you were hoping for aren't as available. So some opportunities that have come up during the pandemic for virtual ways for you to gain experience that you can add to your resume. And I know many students, especially coming up for fall recruiting, are very nervous about it. So I want to encourage you to know that these are some things that you can add to your resume. You can do it right now and add it to your resume to have and show employers by the fall. So Parker Dewey is a partnership that we have for micro remote internships. These are actual internships. And so just like any job board, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not, but you can leverage, these opportunities. They're about 4 to 6 hour projects that you can, gain skills, hone your skills, and just another thing that you can add to your resume. Forage is also a really great opportunity. These are actual virtual internships created by Fortune 500 companies. You can, go through a simulation of a project that they would have. And the great thing about Forage is that one, you can definitely add it to your resume. They show you how to, you'll earn a certificate at the end of the program, and you had a virtual internship with this Fortune 500 company. But also Forage allows employers to use this platform as a recruiting tool. Should you want to, which you don't have to, you can also submit your work to the employer. And so they may use it as a recruiting tool to see what your work is like. So any Forage project can help with greenlighting your application when they see that you've already done something from them. It can help greenlight your application to at least the next level. So definitely, consider doing this for yourself, as well as making sure that your members know that this is an opportunity for them to gain that experience. I know, especially for our transfer students who didn't get to be in courses or on campus, we want to make sure that they get their experiences in and that they feel confident with their resume. So these are 2 other opportunities that they can leverage to add to their resume. Now, here's a fuller list of all of our other resources. I won't go too in depth into them, but I just want you all to know that these are things that you can point your members to. Vault is really great for industry guides. Also, if you're not finding the internships and the jobs that you're looking for on Handshake, these guides can have, the specific job sites that you can leverage from specific industries. For our international students, Going Global is a really great resource. They can find opportunities both in the US as well as abroad. And Going Global provides a lot more than just the opportunities. They also tell you, what kind of visas you may need, how much you should make if you want to live in a certain city in order to be able to support yourself. What do resumes look like in different cities and different countries? So Going Global is a really great resource for both our international students as well as for students who may be interested in interning or working abroad. Interview Stream is a great resource that I really encourage you all to take advantage of. It has thousands of questions. You can put in the specific type of job that you are planning on applying for, and it can create a virtual interview for you that you can practice. I always say what you think you're going to say versus what actually comes out of your mouth tend to be 2 very different things. So practicing out loud is a really great tool that you can use. And with Interview Stream, you get to record yourself and see yourself on camera, which is how many of your interviews may go this coming fall. So use this resource. You can give yourself feedback. You can send it to others for feedback too, but it's a really great practice tool to really prepare you for your interviews. I also want to highlight that in collaboration with ESUC, the Career Center launched the Engineer Your Career series. Through this series, we brought in employers to cover different topics from Resume 101, interviewing, networking. What are employers themselves looking for? We heard your requests and took your feedback into consideration, made sure that these were not lecture-based, more engaging, and an opportunity for you to very directly learn from the people who are recruiting you what they are looking for. And so we are hoping to grow this initiative, and I want to encourage all of you student orgs to consider collaborating with us on this series and engage with employers yourselves as well. Some upcoming events that I want to make sure you know about. Of course, we have our ENT career fairs October 12th and 13th. And we will be having quite a few things to help you prepare for those career fairs. So on September 29th, in collaboration with UIP, we will be hosting an ENT fair workshop to help you prepare. We will go over what the logistics will be for online. You're going to sign up for one-on-one slots, how to prepare yourself for your elevator pitch, how to present yourself to recruiters. All of those things we'll cover during that workshop. We will also have a pop-in at UIP to help you, review your resume, practice your elevator pitch. Any questions that you have, we will be hosting that October 4th. We will also be hosting employer resume days, just like we always do. We just may be formatting them a little bit differently this time around. So please be on the lookout for those dates and use this opportunity to get feedback from employers on your resume before the career fair. So then you can have your most ready resume ready to go. And some dates to be announced will be that Engineer Your Career series that I mentioned, and be on the lookout for those employer info sessions. They will start posting them, and you want to be a part of them. You want to learn what they're looking for and introduce yourself. The more opportunities that you have to introduce yourself, the better. Thank you, and definitely reach out if I can help you in any way.